Every Penny and Leonard engagement scene in The Big Bang Theory carries a unique emotional weight, tracing the evolution of a relationship that transformed from flirtation and friendship into one of the most important love stories on modern television. Across 12 seasons, the writers used these engagement beats to highlight not only how much both characters had grown individually, but also how their bond shifted from uncertain attraction to deep, steady partnership. Although the show thrived on scientific humor and eccentric personalities, the Penny-Leonard romance grounded the narrative, and their engagement moments gave fans some of the most heartfelt scenes in the series. Ranking these scenes requires examining not just the excitement of the moment itself, but the emotional stakes behind it, the progress it represented for the couple, and the storytelling impact it carried within the Big Bang Theory's larger arc. Each scene marks a turning point in their journey, showing how Penny and Leonard continued to fight for each other even when their lives moved at different speeds or in different directions. In the early seasons, the idea of an engagement between them felt distant, especially as Penny focused on finding her way in Los Angeles, while Leonard dealt with his insecurities, scientific ambitions, and the emotional complexity of loving someone he could barely believe he deserved. Their first major engagement conversation came during a period when they were still struggling with communication and trust. Even though it wasn't a proposal in the traditional sense, it planted the seeds for future commitment. Penny's hesitations were rooted in self-doubt, shaped by past relationships and her fear of settling or being judged for her lack of career stability. Leonard, eager and romantic, often rushed emotional milestones, which led to tension instead of reassurance. Yet even those imperfect early conversations mattered, because they revealed the underlying truth that Penny and Leonard genuinely cared for one another long before they were ready to fully admit it. Another major engagement moment occurred after a breakup, illustrating how painful the path to permanence could be for them. Penny realized she had pushed Leonard away because she feared she wasn't enough. The scene underscored one of the central themes of their relationship: Penny's internal battle over self-worth. She struggled with the belief that Leonard, surrounded by brilliant colleagues and thriving in his career, deserved someone more accomplished. Leonard's response, as always, was rooted in unwavering commitment. He didn't need Penny to prove anything to him. He loved her exactly as she was. Even though the scene didn't end in a proposal, it became one of the most important emotional precursors to their eventual engagement, because it allowed Penny to confront fears that had haunted her for years. The next engagement-related moment stood out because of its comedic tonal shift.